What is the most important thing for you in your life? You might well answer that in all sorts of different ways. Well, how about I ask it you in this way instead? What rules your heart? Now, of course, the reason I ask that is because this verse in Colossians says that. It says, let the peace of Christ rule your hearts. And then it talks about being part of the body of Christ. And then it says, be thankful. I don't know about you, but when I start thinking about what rules my heart, it's probably not peace. Or maybe it should be. Let the peace of Christ rule your hearts, says Paul. Maybe that's something that we need to address. Maybe that's something we need to think about, because if we all think about our hearts, what's in our heart is what is most important to us, isn't it? And of course, what's most important to us can rule us as well. I wonder what that is for you. Well, my challenge for us all today is to let the peace of Christ rule our hearts. And of course, when we think about the peace of Christ, we can think to Jesus, who fell asleep, or was asleep even, on that boat in the storm. And he was asleep on a cushion, it says in some versions. And he was at peace. And of course, when he was woken up, because all the other people were really scared and wondering what on earth to do, Jesus says, why are you worried? And of course, he calmed the storm. Of course, that's a really good way and good imagery of how we can live with the peace of Christ ruling our hearts, even in the midst of the storm. So whatever storm you are facing today, whatever storm you face in the coming weeks and months, I want to encourage you, let the peace of Christ rule your heart. Allow him to be the most important thing in your heart. Bless you.